In this video, we're going to go over posture and how it relates to neck pain, headaches, and back pain, as well as what you can do to help fix this. My name is John, and I'm a doctor of physical therapy. What we're about to discuss is everything I've seen in individuals who present with poor posture, which causes back pain, neck pain, and headaches, and then everything we do to help fix that. Everybody's posture is a little bit different, and there's some debate as to if it even matters, as many people do not have issues, but some do. Now, the some that do tend to have a more significant deviation from normal than the average person. So with a forward head posture, what you'll see is the head shifting forward, the back rounding forward, and then the shoulders rounding forward as well. Now, to a degree, this doesn't really matter and it may or may not be normal, but in many people, the muscles of the spine surrounding these regions can be adversely affected and can lead to things such as neck pain, headaches, and then pain in the mid-back between the shoulder blades. From what I've seen, the primary culprit is shortening of the suboccipital muscles. Now, these muscles attach to the base of the skull and the upper neck. When exposed to a chronic posture where the head is forward and the neck has extra curvature, these muscles are placed in a shorter position for a very long time. This leads to adaptive shortening, where the muscles lose flexibility and remain tight. When tight, it makes it hard to correct the posture. They also cause neck pain and refer pain up into the head, causing headaches. So if you feel the muscles just beneath the base of the skull and it's tender, go ahead and try and give pressure to the most tender spot. With firm pressure, if this reproduces your headache, there's a chance that this is probably the cause of the headache in the first place. Now, not everybody will have a headache with this posture. Headaches are typically from a more chronic case. If the muscles here are tender but you don't have headaches, you might be able to save yourself from ever having a headache in the first place. To fix this, there are several things we need to address. First, we'll want to stretch out all the muscles of the neck. This includes the upper trapezius, which you can stretch by sitting on one hand and then bending your head to the opposite side, your levator scap, which can be stretched in a very similar position, except you'll bring your nose down towards your armpit, and your suboccipital muscles. You can stretch this by placing your back and the back of your head against the wall, maintaining contact at both positions, and then trying to pull the back of your neck towards the wall. You can also then apply slight pressure with your hand over your chin. We will additionally want to stretch out your pecs, and this can be done in any doorway or on a foam roller. Stretching itself will help loosen up the tight muscle, but the muscle on the opposite side also needs to be strengthened in order to make this permanent. Now, starting with the deep neck flexors, these muscles are important for allowing a more upright posture by engaging the front of the neck. To find out if this actually is weak, we can go ahead and test ourselves. So what you'll do is you'll lay down on your back, try and give yourself the most attractive double chin that you can, maintain that double chin, and then lift your head up slightly. Now, a strong neck should be able to easily last 30 or 40 seconds in this position. But for many people, it is much more difficult than they think it will be. To strengthen this muscle, we get into the same position, tuck the chin down, lift the head up, hold for something like 10 seconds, and then relax and repeat. We also need to address weakness of the scapular muscles to help pull the shoulder blades back. The primary two that we should focus on are the middle trapezius and the lower trapezius. The middle trapezius is strengthened with any sort of rowing activity. Just make sure to keep the shoulder blades down and don't let them drift upwards. The lower trapezius can be targeted by doing a Y position with the arms. Again, make sure that the shoulder blades are not drifting upwards. The last thing we'll want to focus on is improving thoracic extension mobility. Many people who have this posture typically present with a thoracic spine that is very tight to the point that it can be hard to even crack the back. Now, some things we can try on our own is extending the back by placing your hands up on a table and then bringing your hips all the way down while keeping your chest up. A foam roller can also be good for this, where you lay down and then try and bend backwards over the foam roller. If you have poor posture and you've been having some of the symptoms we talked about, go ahead and try all these stretches and exercises, but don't expect any major change overnight. Your posture likely took several years to develop. Likewise, it'll take a while before there's any permanent change. The key is you have to be consistent. I know that might be hard because initially you won't notice much, but over time it will make a beneficial impact. Something else we need to address is the setup of your workstation. I'm guessing if you have this issue, you likely spend all day working at a desk. Now, some key things to look for is a computer screen that is high enough so that we are looking straight ahead and not looking down, as well as a desk that is not too low so we have to lean forward constantly.